Hey guys, my name is Sheena Des Ravens. I guess I'll do a quick bio run through. I was born and raised in South Florida. I am Haitian American. I danced competitively for 15 years and I did everything from ballet to jazz, tap, lyrical, acro, hip hop, point. Learned to do it all, ballroom even at one point. And then I went into track for a year and then cheerleading for a year, and then I graduated and went to school. I currently go to school here at LSU in Louisiana. um yeah, no, I don't. I'm starting this channel to focus on hair tutorials, different homeopathic remedies, because I am natural, so I do different things and different masks with my hair, and just in general I have a few different homeopathic remedies for like sickness and like cooking and stuff like that. It's just kind of fun, I guess, to share with other people. And then fitness, and today's video is actually going to be a fitness video. And in that video, we're gonna just start with a warm-up, a good like stretch, and then get into the exercise, which is going to be a hip exercise to really focus on helping attain that hourglass figure that most people shoot for. Not everyone, but it's what I'm shooting for currently. um So we're working on the hips, and all of my videos are not gonna just be geared towards women. I'm gonna make sure I do like everything. My workouts, I try and make them more calisthenic workouts so that you're working out at least two muscle groups, always engaging your core with like everything that we do, so that you're really always working it. Just make sure you guys still do the stretching that we do before the workout, after the workout, because you never want to just leave right after and cause yourself to cramp up later or something. Yeah, let's just, I don't know, I'm hopeful. In this video though, we're gonna be using resistance bands. I'm using this one because it's heavier and I kind of need a heavier one. But if you don't have a resistance band, you don't have to use one. It's not necessary. Or you can, whatever works best for you. And we'll also be using dumbbells, barbells, dumbbells, just to make the workout more challenging. Both of those tools are to make the workout a little more challenging for people who tend to have an easier time doing their butt workouts. If either of them become too much for you, you can always take it down a notch, and I'll let you know how in the video with the different workouts. But that's what we'll be using. Oh, and also a yoga mat. I'm sorry, that's important. Just for the basics. So yeah, I mean, that's just basically everything that I could say prior to this video. I am just starting this YouTube channel, so I'm really excited, and I really love it if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, because I need the followers and I need to hear from you guys to see what you want to see from me, what you don't want to see from me, and just know that I'm doing okay. Yeah, no, so that's it. Let's get into it, champs.
Alright guys, so we're going to start with a standing pike, and while you're in the pike position, make sure you're bending and alternating which leg you bend so that you can really sit into your hip. And while you're sitting into that hip, you're getting an extra stretch on your butt and hamstring before we do this stretch. Play around with it, you can bend down like this and stretch your quad and upper knee area. Just make sure you're really on that angle to get the stretch in, and do it for, I'd say, probably about 30 seconds. Now we're going to get into the butterfly. And with the butterfly, you can bend forward, you can just sit and shake your hips around a little bit like I did, and then you bring that leg out and just bend forward, and make sure you're pulling yourself as close to your leg as you can, so you can really get an exercise in your hamstrings and in your butt as well. You should really feel it on whatever leg is bent in this position, on that butt cheek. And you can have your foot pointed or flexed, whatever works best for you. Now we're going to get into this like half split. You want to make sure your front leg is as close to a 90-degree angle as you can get it. My hip flexors are very sore, so this is actually really painful. But make sure you do it on both legs and really like sit into it, play around with it, and try and get yourself like as much of a stretch as you can prior to the workout. And now we're going to do these half lunges. Like I just demonstrated, try and keep your front leg at a 90-degree angle and dig deep into that leg so that your hip flexor can be as close to the floor as possible. You can do it rolled over your foot like I am, or you can go and be on top of your foot and then lean back, and you'll be in this position to stretch your hamstring again. You can flex or point your front foot as well. Just kind of feel it around, whatever works best for you. And make sure you're repeating everything on both legs, because you never want one side to be more stretched or warm than the other. Again, you can be over that foot in a more pointed position, or you can tuck your toes under and be in a full out lunge. Whatever is easier for you to really get into the hip flexor and make sure it's properly, stretched. All right, and just make sure you continue to work on this other side here. Play around with it, like I said earlier. Just make sure you're stretching every muscle for at least 30 seconds. 30 good seconds, not like quick 30 seconds either. And here's just to stretch your back. To get into that position, you just lay down and put your arms under your shoulders and then push up. You can stay in it for probably, I could say, 15 seconds if it's more painful for you, and then bend back into that dog's crouch there. And now we're just going to roll our wrists out, because when you're going to do workouts, you want to make sure you don't have any problems with your wrists or ankles. We're going to do those later too. Make sure you roll them both clockwise and counterclockwise so they can be fully stretched and ready for whatever you're going to do for the day. Okay, and now we're going to get into just rolling our neck around. You want to make sure you're really getting every angle in this circular motion, and you want to make sure you do it both ways, as I just demonstrated for you. It's just good so that your neck is nice and loose, so you don't pull anything in your neck as well. And we're going to get into the shoulders here. Same thing, you want to make sure you roll them both ways. So for this stretch, you're going to be pulling your arm across your body with the other arm, and you're going to do it on both sides for about 15 seconds each. Then bring your arms over your head as so, and just kind of pull in the opposite direction. If you feel any pain in your shoulder, don't push any further, because it's supposed to give you a good stretch up there. So with this, you're just going to make sure when you lean over like this, you use both arms to pull in opposite directions, and then lay with your back flat. And then you're going to be bending forward like that, and just kind of bend your other leg and get into it so you can stretch out both the hamstrings and your back and your butt all at the same time. And we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side, reaching for opposite ends of the world basically, and then going around to then do a flat back. And then we're going to be bending down again. And then we're going to do the same thing with bending into the other leg. Go as far as you can, don't push yourself too hard. Just do whatever is easier for you. Well, that's the end of our stretch, so let's get into the workout. So we're going to start off with squat walks, and to do these, you're going to get in the squat position. Make sure your knees don't pass your toes and they stay at like a 90-degree angle. Make sure you're engaging your butt and you're keeping your shoulders back and your back straight. And you're going to do side steps. I do 4 on each side, I think, in this. You could probably do like 4 sets of 4, and I'm holding 15-pound dumbbells. Make sure you do a weight that's good for you. So what we're doing right now is going to be called the fire hydrant. We're going to be using dumbbells though, so you put that in the crease of your leg,
And what you're going to do is, as you see I'm taking my shirt off to show you, is make sure you're still engaging your core and keeping your back as flat as possible. And when you do this exercise, you want to go up at a normal pace, but when you come back down, you're going to go down a little slower so that you really feel the exercise in your glutes. As you see, I'm going to demonstrate here. Again, you want to make sure you're doing everything on both legs to make sure everything stays even. And so you see I'm going to do it again on the other side. With this, I normally do about 4 sets of 16, but if it's easier to do 4 sets of 10, then by all means start with that and keep increasing from there. Okay, so now we're going to get into these cross lunges. It's a normal lunge, you're just basically bringing your leg across your body from behind. I'm going to show you from a few different angles so you can see. You want to make sure you're keeping your weight in your front heel so that you're actually engaging and using your butt to keep you in the movement and not another muscle on you. Again, I'm just holding the dumbbells to make it a little more challenging for myself. Again, the 15 pounds. If that's too much for you, do not use them for this exercise. So these are called squat turns. You want to remember to keep your knees at a 90-degree angle, engage your butt, keep your back straight and your shoulders back, and just bring that foot back and then come back forward and then do the same with the other. You can do about 4 sets of 10 with these as well. So here, with your resistance band on, if you happen to have one, you're just going to bend your legs and kind of keep opening them like that to work that outer hip, and then go out again and work on pushing your leg out as well. And with these, you know, the numbers really depend on who you are and what works best for you, but you know, you can start off with like 4 sets of 10 on everything to kind of see how that works with your body type and what you can do. But make sure you're doing everything on both sides because you want to make sure your legs stay even. These are called hip thrusts. You want to make sure your feet are as far away as your fingertips can reach and that you're keeping your back straight and engaging your core. You're going to bring your hips up, open your legs and close them, and then go back down. I'm going to show you from another angle so you can see what I'm saying here. Again, you're going to bring your hips up, open, close, and down. Make sure you're engaging your core that whole time. 4 sets of 10 probably. For this next exercise, you're going to make sure you're back in that same position from the fire hydrants. Remember, core engaged, back flat, 90-degree angle. But this time you're going to be sticking one leg out to the back, and you're going to make sure that it's going in a circular motion with about a foot diameter. Make sure you're going really slow and that you do it both clockwise and counterclockwise, and keeping everything even. You know, however many sets you do counterclockwise, do that clockwise. And however many sets you do on the left, do it on the right. So now what we're going to do is what I like to call poncho kicks. You'll get in that same position from before with the leg circles if you can. I'd like to get on my elbows because it gives me more range of motion, and then you just kick your leg back and out. You want to keep it behind you as much as you can. You don't have to straighten it, especially if you can't straighten it. That's not necessary. But you want to make sure you're squeezing your butt as your leg goes up, and then you bring it in and back out. Probably 4 sets of 10 again with this one as well. Hey guys, thanks again for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.